Today is March 31st, 2020. It is Tuesday, and you are going to be learning in science today about our five senses. We have talked about our senses before in reading class, but now we're going to focus on it a little bit more in science. So, do you remember what our five senses are? If you were able to remember that our five senses are seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching, high five to you because you are correct. Our five senses are super important for us to be able to do our regular everyday things. We use our five senses at all times, sometimes without even noticing that we're using them. Once you're done watching my video, I want you to go ahead and click on the video link that I have attached, or ask mom and dad to go ahead and click on it for you. It's a story called My Five Senses. As I was saying, the five senses are very important. We have seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, and smelling. We are constantly using our senses to be able to walk around, see things, not trip, taste to see if we like something or don't like something. Sometimes we don't even taste it first. Sometimes we just smell it. We're like, ooh, I don't like that, Mom. I don't want to eat that anymore. I don't like how it smells, right? So you're always using your senses at every single second of the day. You use them to touch how a marker feels. You'll use them to touch a puppy and see the puppy's soft, or if the fur is rough. You use your senses to hear. You're constantly here. You're using your senses right now. Which two senses are you using right now to listen to Miss Lopez? If you said listening, hearing, and seeing, you are correct. You're using senses at all times. And like I said, you won't even notice that you're doing it because we are so used to doing it. Our senses help us understand the world around us. For example, we use our sight to see what's around us, to not trip over things, right? To not run into things, even though sometimes we do. We use our sense of hear to listen to the birds, listen to music that Miss Lopez loves, and to dance to that music. We use our sense of taste to see if something's good for us or not good for us. We use our sense of touch to keep us safe as well, keep us from hurting ourselves. And we use our sense of smell. Sometimes if we smell something funny, we kind of, we're not gonna go that way. Let's say, for example, you have a dog, and if your dog went to the bathroom somewhere near you, you're gonna smell it and you're not gonna walk over there because you're like, uh-oh, I'm gonna step on something nasty, right? So our senses are used constantly. There are people that don't have their five senses, so they'll use other senses to help them understand the world around them. For example, if somebody is deaf, that means they can't hear. They will use their sight a lot more, their smell and their sense of taste and touch a lot more, because they can't depend on their hearing. They have to be constantly looking around them to see what's happening, because they can't hear what's happening behind them. They can't hear what's happening a few feet away from them. They have to physically look that way. Just like somebody that may be blind, they don't have sight, they can't see anything, so they'll use their sense of touch and their hearing a lot more to help them understand what is happening around them. As I said previously, we can use more than one of our senses at once. Let's take, for example, popcorn. What senses are you using right now? You can hear it, you can see it, Miss Lopez can smell it, I can feel it, ooh, I can feel it, and I can. If you want and you have popcorn available at home, ask mom and dad to make you some popcorn so that you can see which of the senses you are using at which point in time while you're eating the popcorn. If you do the lab, I want you to think about a few things. What does the popcorn look like? What color is it? For example, Miss Lopez likes to eat kettle corn, so it's always a little bit more yellow because it has like a caramel to it. What does it smell like? What does it taste like? What does it sound like? Is it crunchy? Is it loud? Is it soft? Is it quiet when you crunch down and eat on it? What does it feel like? Is it bumpy? Is it rough? So I want you to, if you're doing the popcorn activity, I want you to go ahead and think about those questions as you eat the popcorn. And if you want, you could write them down on a piece of paper and you could send them down. You're gonna go ahead and complete this worksheet. All right, on this worksheet, what you're going to do is draw some things that you can see, that you can smell, that you can taste, that you can touch, and that you can hear. I want you to go ahead and write a sentence with each one of the pictures that you do for the worksheet. For example, if I draw a flower, Under C, I'm going to write, I can see the purple flower. If I go to do a picture of a dog, I can touch the soft brown dog. I want you to try to be as detailed as possible with your sentences and your pictures. Make sure you use your finger spaces, capital letter at the beginning, punctuation at the end, write neatly, and your sentence has to make sense, guys. I am receiving all your assignments, so I am reading them. And once you're done with this worksheet, I want you to go ahead and give it to your mom, dad, or whoever's taking care of you and whoever's helping you with this assignment so that they could go ahead and send it to me. Have a good day, guys. Bye.